Instagram teen accounts have automatic protections for what teens see and who can contact them, plus time management tools. And Instagram will continue adding built-in safety features to help create age-appropriate experiences. Learn more about teen accounts and Instagram's ongoing work to protect teens online at instagram.com/teenaccounts.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me, taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Welcome back to Sid and Friends in the Morning. I'm Jake Novak filling in. We have a packed house here, including owner-operator John Katzmatidis, Judge Richard Weinberg, George Venizelos, former FBI chief here in New York, and also Ed Cox, chairman of the Republican Party. If you're just joining us, major breaking story here in New York, and it's really a national story as well. A crash at LaGuardia Airport, a regional jet crashing into a Port Authority fire truck at 11:30 around that time last night. LaGuardia completely shut down. 2 people dead in this accident, the pilot and the co-pilot. John, we're about to talk to someone who's got a lot to say about this kind of stuff.
Well, I mean, Todd Shapiro, PR man extraordinaire. I mean, New York, Florida, I mean, everywhere, and represents a lot of unions, represents a lot of people in Albany, and he's on an airplane 3 times a week. Well, Todd Shapiro, what do you have to say this morning?
Well, I got to tell you something. Last night, exactly at 11:30, I was in West Palm Beach last night. I was taking the airplane. I was taking Delta at 8:45. Sorry, 8:45. The 8:30 flight yesterday. I was supposed to go into LaGuardia, and I switched the last minute to Kennedy. And I got to tell you something. Even so, before the accident happened, the TSA lines are so bad, so terrible today. Huh. I mean, even West Palm Beach, which is like probably the best airport in the world. It's it's the size of a phone booth, but it's the most easiest and, as you use the word, civilized to get through an airport. But try other airports. Try Newark. Try try Kennedy. Try Atlanta. These airports are horrible today, especially what's going on today. I mean,
yeah, and we're going to talk about that because I understand what President Trump is doing. He's taking some of the ICE agents and lending them to help with the TSA.
Well, someone got to do something because it's a mess. I mean, people, you can't get through airports. It's horrible, and people are missing appointments. Flights are getting canceled. People aren't making it to place on time. They're not giving enough time to get where they need to go. It's horrible. I mean, it's everywhere. We depend today on airplanes so much today that we expect, especially if you have a pre-check or you have clear. That if you have clear and you have the pre-check, then you're golden. But if you don't have those 2 things, you're out of luck. And I got to tell you something. Even with those mechanisms, it's horrible. I mean, just today, travel has changed so much. Even Amtrak today, Amtrak costs more to take than an airplane. It costs you more to take a train than it does to take a plane.
Look, Todd, Ed Cox here. You got to ask, why is this happening? And it's happening because the TSA agents aren't getting paid, and they live. A lot of them live paycheck to paycheck, so they got to do something.
A lot of Americans live paycheck to paycheck,
and so they pay. So they got to take another job or something to make sure that their families have food and they're not reporting in. Now, why is that happening? Because the minority in the Senate, the Democrats, do not want to fund the Homeland Security budget. Yeah. And why is that? Because some little reforms that they want, that Holman really has already put in place with respect to ICE. It is crazy.
I wish we can get a Democrat to call in and give us their position. I had John Fetterman last week, and maybe we should have take John Fetterman, the discussion I had with him. Maybe we'll play back some of the parts of it.
Yeah. But you know what else is hypocritical about this? If a company has workers that work and you don't pay them, can you imagine? I mean, the owner of that company would probably get arrested. I mean, how can you have people work and not get paid in this country?
And by the way, the airline CEOs, a bunch of them came out last week with a statement saying, quote, Congress needs to refund the DHS and the TSA. And I'm sorry, these guys can go pound sand. That doesn't help. They needed to be more specific. It is specifically, and this is an objective fact, we give you facts here, John. It is the Democrats only who are keeping the TSA workers unpaid. There is no debate about this.
The Republicans keep voting.
Yeah.
And they fall short of the vote because the Democrats are opposing it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you're a CEO of an airline, of a major airline right now, and you're listening to me right now, if you want results, you got to put the spotlight on the people responsible, not just say amorphous things like Congress. And honestly, I have no sympathy for you if you're going to be that limp-wristed when it comes to this kind of stuff.
Well, what was it like before there was a TSA agents? Remember how it was?
Well, I remember everybody got on the airplane and nobody had a problem. Wow. And all of a sudden, 9/11 happened. And 9/11 would increase the cost of running an airline and increase the cost of running an airport. I mean, tremendously.
Change the world.
Yeah. But that's a very important point, John, that you're making. A lot of people complaining about, for example, this added price of gasoline and oil because of the war with Iran. Okay, fine. But for 47 years, what has the threat of terror done to the price of oil every single day? At least a $5 premium per barrel, in my opinion. So 47 years times $5 a barrel, I mean, that's hundreds of trillions of dollars. So if you end this threat now, you might do better.
And what would happen? What would happen if they had a nuclear bomb at any time at their whim?
Yeah.
They could shut down the Straits of Hormuz.
I mean, that is. I'll tell you the one thing I said. We're trying to shut down the drugs coming in from Venezuela, coming in from Mexico, and I can't understand why the Democrats are saying no. Let the boats through, let the drugs come in. I mean, I don't understand. Now, Todd, you were in Miami all weekend, or what part of Florida? Palm Beach?
I was in Palm Beach all weekend long.
How busy was Palm Beach? How many New Yorkers were in Palm Beach?
You know what? I don't know what Hochul's trying to do as far as trying to get people to leave. Nobody is leaving. You have to be an idiot to leave the sunshine, to leave the beauty. I mean, I went out to brunch yesterday. Every restaurant was packed. It was just a different mindset. People were enjoying life. It's kind of, you come here, it's, you look around, everything's for rent. It's just, I mean, life is changing so much. It's like,
this congestion pricing. I mean, 3rd Avenue, Lexington Avenue, everything's for rent.
100%.
John, if I asked you how many friends you have, or I asked you, Ed, how many friends you had, or Judge, or George, how many friends you have, I would say at least 50 or 70% of your friends now live in Florida. Over 50% of your friends live in Florida. Why? Because they left. Years ago, you go to Florida to die. You would sit there to go to Florida. You would sit there. You'd be old enough. Now you're going there to live. I mean, companies are moving there. It's just a different. I mean, every restaurant, every major restaurant, like you have in New York City, from Carbone's to major, hot, even John's Pizzeria, is down in Florida. I mean,
there's an Eataly now in West Palm. There's an Eataly.